I just never had nothing that was all mine. When I was a corner boy, I was always hustling for somebody else. People slept on me like I was coming off the bench, but I never wanted nothing else but this. Everybody else that we came up with, me and Ghost, especially him, they started to want different things. They started to want to become different people, but not me. Not once.
You're definitely running your own hustle now, Tommy. You're running it on point, and you're running it without being Ghost. But if you keep pushing too hard now, we ain't gonna win at this.
What's going on, fam? It's your man VACAY-J, and I'm back with another video. This is for episode 7 recap for Power Book 4 Force, and you just saw that clip, right? Yes, Liliana and Tommy, they talking about, Tommy still trying to outrun Ghost, and he stayed the same in the game, but everybody else changed, right? So we're gonna break it down. Absolutely, if you're new and you're loving Power Book 4 Force, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Let's break it down right now as far as episode 7. So the name of this episode is Outrunning Ghosts. And yes, I definitely like this episode. I mean, we first start off seeing your girl Liliana just rolling up in the club. You know, she looking all good with the red dress and everything. Pay your cats off to get in. I mean, she's going to the main guy, the target, to absolutely introduce Dahlia to this man. So, of course, she puts it on her lips. You know, she's doing it Claude style, right? Claude's Flynn style. That's the easiest way to get it going and get it into the system. She kisses this guy, right? And he gets a taste of it, and absolutely he is feeling it. He's like, hey, listen, I'm all in. Give me a freight of everything you got. So, of course, you know your girl feeling herself, and she looking good, man. I ain't know she looked good like that, B. Like, all right, Liliana, you know what I'm saying, doing your thing. But it looks like there's a whole bunch of girls going around and hitting different targets, right? Hitting different guys who are the main guys that probably have their own spot or doing their own business. So there's multiple women out there introducing Dahlia to these men, to these guys who are probably bosses. And they're feeling it. Not only the guys, but also the ladies, right? So everybody's getting a little taste of this new designer product that is absolutely giving them a great, great feeling, right? You see homeboy right here. Man, his eyes is wide open. He's like, whoa, right? So Tommy and Claude, they're talking. And Claude is like, we can move it faster. But Tommy's like, yo, we don't need to move it that fast. What we need to do is we need to break it down. What we need to do is put out the demand, get the demand high first with the high quality, and then we're going to break it down where it could be affordable for everybody. He's like, listen, you got to trust me. You got to trust Tommy. Tommy knows what he's doing. She's like, it sounds backwards. She just wants to do things on a high end and keep it exclusive. But Tommy's like, listen, we could take over the whole city when we make it available for everybody in the city, not just the high and mighty, the few 1%ers. So he's like, yo, just trust me. It's going to work. I'm giving you lessons, giving you a diploma in street knowledge, all right? So now into the Power Universe. You got your boy Bart. Salute to you, man, playing Blackston. He's in the building just kicking it with Diamond and Jannard. He's like, he's happy to be back. And whatever they need, he's ready to pick up where they left off, all right? So he's ready to get it popping. Salute to you, Bart. Now he's on the scene. He's on the screen. So we got D-Mac and Marshall, and then they run up in the barbershop, right? You think it's an emergency? Nah. They got a business proposal to propose to Jannard and Diamond, you know what I'm saying? So Jannard is like, all right, let's make this Shark Tank what you got to offer. So they're talking about definitely going out, connecting with their cousin Buddy, who's out there in Gary, Indiana, right? And your boy D-Mac is like, you need to make us like a And he's like, Jannard's like, courier. He's like, that's it. We could be couriers. You know, we can move whatever through Gary, Indiana. And if we get caught, you know, we'll just do like juvie time because we're kids, we're teenagers. And they're like, yo, what are you thinking? Dominic's like, nah, he's not with it. You know, he's not open for it. You know, he definitely is on some like, yo, we need to stay in the pocket, keep doing what we're doing. I mean, but Jannard, he seems to be with it. He seems to be open for it. He's like, yeah, it's kind of, out of pocket or whatever, but, Jannard is definitely with it. Jannard's like, yo, it sounds like a good plan, but Diamond is like, nah, I'm not with it. I say no because there's too many variables involved where you don't know what's going to happen. It's really not worth it. So Diamond goes downstairs, and then, everybody clears out, and it's just Jannard and D-Mac. He's like, yo, the last time I asked you to do something, you basically bailed on me. He's like, yo, I gave you the money back. He's like, listen, you need to earn my trust again. So if you want to get down with this Indiana thing, then absolutely, you got to let me know exactly where Tommy is, because we're going to smoke Tommy. Now he want to smoke Tommy. So he's like, get that information to me, because, yeah, Tommy, we're going to smoke him tonight. So now Jannard definitely wants to take out Tommy all the way. I'm like, man, this dude will not let it go. So D-Mac is like, all right, I'll give you a call, let you know, right? So now, yeah, your boy's smiling or whatever, but Jannard is on some stuff. He just wants to eliminate Tommy altogether. So now we go to Walter Flynn, and he's looking at lung cancer patient information. So now we know Walter has lung cancer, right? All that smoking, all that stress, all of that. So he's looking at it, and yeah, he tears it up and throws it into the fire, right? He's just like, he don't want to think about it. Absolutely, he's sick, and we know this. So Paulie comes in, he's like, yo, what's going on? You good? He's like, yeah, it's all peaches and cream until the Serbs come. And Paulie's like, yo, why would the Serbs come? Like, what's going on? What did you do? And, Walter's like, yo, they took it, they try to get at my son. They can't get at my family like that. So I took care of them. And if they come, we just gonna have to be ready. And Paulie's like, yo, listen, we ain't as strong as we used to be, for real. So he's like, listen, I'm gonna do what I can to put something together. Meanwhile, your boy Vic, he's waking up, talking to Glow. It's like, yeah, Glow, we can get some breakfast. We could do this and that. He spent the night, but she's gone. And she left a letter talking about, yeah, we're still going to be under your family's finger and thumb, and it's just too much for me, so I'm out. She left him. He's trying to call her. She's not answering the phone. Of course, he's hurt already. I could see it in his face. Glow left town. And I think Walter really made that happen. So now back in the lab, we got your boy Tommy with the ladies, and he's talking the same thing he was talking to Claude, saying, yeah, it's too expensive, right? Yeah, it's for the high-end people. Yeah, and Claude is like, yeah, they buying keys. He's like, yeah, but that's only a small amount of people. We wanted to go throughout the streets and throughout all of the city. He wants to take over. So we need to cut it in a way where it's not as expensive for us to create. And then at the same time, we already creating a demand with the high end. And then once everybody wants it, guess what? We're going to cut it and get it out to the people. And the scientist, Lauren, that's her name, she's like, nah, I don't think that's good. If we take out a component, it could fail. It can do this and that. People could duplicate it. And yeah, Claude is saying the same thing. I don't think we should do it and all this and that, right? So Tommy's like, yo, we're going to put it to a vote. Who thinks everything should go the way that I'm saying it? And of course, Liliana, she's voting, and Tommy's voting, and there's only 3 people. So he's like, there it is. Claude, you're outvoted. And Lauren, you don't get a vote. So it is what it is. Work on it. We all in this together. So we see your boy Jannard, man. He's still like pressing your boy D-Mac to get information as to where Tommy is. He's like, yo, man, you still pressing me on that, man? I'm going to let you know, man. I'm going to let you know what's going down. He really doesn't want to let Jannard know what's going on, because he knows that Tommy's connected to, his father. So Blaston's like, yo, if we gonna move on Gary, Indiana, you sure Diamond's gonna be okay with that? And Jannard is just like, yeah, he ain't even gonna find out, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, he basically can only make one move at a time, and us, we can make multiple moves at a time. Basically saying that Diamond is old school, and this is the only way he can move. So he's like, yeah, we gonna make the move. Diamond ain't gonna find out. We gonna do whatever we gotta do. So, they kind of like nodding or whatever. But yeah, you see D-Mac, he ain't with it. He's not open for it. He's like, yo, that's kind of like shady a little bit that you doing that to your brother, and even saying that about your brother. So you see how Janarda's moving. He's moving real shaky and real shady, you know. So now we got Lauren and Liliana. They're talking about, you know, Liliana's like, yeah, you know, the product is dope. I like it. You know, you did your thing. And Lauren is like, yo, you need to get me out of here. And she's like, heck, shoot, I'm not getting you out of here. Why should I? It's like, well, people are asking about me and my job. I'm always reliable. She's like, get your phone out and let me call them. I like Liliana, for real. I like her, and I like the character who's playing her. She knows what she's doing. So she calls the job and says, I'm sorry, but Lauren's not going to make it today, you know. And he's like, what's wrong? It's like, you know, we can't tell you, you know, against the HIPAA laws, right? So she sounds like a straight hospital nurse or doctor's office, and she gets away with it, right? She's like, all right, now you can get back to work. And then she tells Liliana that she has a date and she needs to go out on a date. It's a third date and all this and that, right? So Tommy comes in. He's like, yo, everything good? He's like, yo, you understand the rules? Like, yeah. So Liliana's like, listen, she has a date tonight. And you know your boy Tommy. Your boy Tommy's like, I don't care. I don't give a... Tommy's like, I don't even care, man. Like, so what? She's like, listen, you're going to burn her out, man. People are asking about her. Listen, she needs to go out on a date, and then she can come back here, work on stuff, whatever. Right? So Tommy's like, you know what? If you're so concerned, guess what? You're going to be going out tonight yourself with her, okay? You're going to be going on a date as well. So now Tommy gets up with JP, and Tommy pretty much apologizes to JP, you know, in this weird type of way. You know, Tommy, he doesn't apologize for anything. So he's like, I'm sorry, I yelled at you, screamed on you, and everything else like that. And JP's like, all right, so say it, man. You know, it's only 2 words. He wants him to say, I'm sorry, but Tommy can't say it. So he says, forget you. And JP's like, all right, apology accepted, right? Whatever way he can get it, he's going to get it. So now JP's talking about getting Kate to come. You know, that's their mother. And Tommy's like, man, she don't need to be here. I don't want her to be here. He's like, what did she do to you, Tommy? And he said, she loved a ghost instead of me. And your boy JP's like, whoa, wow. wow. Like he's thrown off with that one. D-Mac rolls up on Uncle Tommy. Again, he doesn't know that that's his uncle. So of course, you know, Tommy pulls out the strap like, yo, why you rolling up on me? And D-Mac is like, yo, I'm not even strapped, man. I don't even got the strap on me. He's like, who sent you? Was it Diamond? Was it Jannar? He's like, nah, I'm coming to you by myself, man. Nobody put me up to this. He's like, all right, so what do you want? So come to find out, D-Mac actually is letting them know to protect himself because he needs to watch his back and he needs to keep the strap on him at all times and make sure he's not slipping. So he's like, okay, you know, I appreciate that, but, you know, why are you telling me this, right? So D-Mac is like, yo, I'm telling you this because of my own reason. I got my reasons why. And I want him to say, listen, you know my father. How do you know my father? But he doesn't say that, man. He just, D-Mac, you're killing me, man. You're killing me. Just say, yo, listen, you know my father. How do you know my father? Like, ask him the question, but he doesn't ask the question. But Tommy's like, all right, that's fine. Thanks for looking out. Now get out of here, right? And he looks back at him. And it's like, man, if you would just open your mouth, D-Mac, and communicate. I know he has a problem with communication. But yeah, you see, Tommy's looking at us like, yeah, it's almost going to happen. He's going to let us know soon. So now we see your girl, Liliana. And she has a lot of airtime in this episode. And she's with your girl, Claude. And they're talking, and she's asking questions about Tommy, if she's messing around with Tommy or whatever. And then the ladies that we saw earlier, they all come in. So they say, congratulations, you passed the test. So now Claude and Liliana are breaking down the rules as to how this goes. Like, you don't know me, I don't know you. You wasn't in this room. And basically, you signed a verbal NDA, meaning that you don't know nothing and you don't say nothing, right? And Liliana, she's chiming in as well. If you see somebody, you know, nursing a drink, that's the cops. So stay away from them, you know, but just definitely go directly to the targets the way you did before. And that's it. Just do your job. Do what you're supposed to do. Don't get caught. And we only putting a little bit on you. So if you do get caught, you won't do any jail time like that because it's not enough to lock you up. So here's a number. If you get in trouble, call this number. So we see Claude pull this girl to the side and say, yeah, I got a proposal for you. And of course, Liliana notices what's going on, that Claude is doing something on the side that none of them know about, right? Tommy don't know about it. Liliana don't know about it. So back to the lab, we got Liliana, and she's like, yo, what do you need so we can break this thing down? And they're talking scientific, and it's all good. I love it. But yeah, they're trying to break this thing down. And Tommy comes in there. He's like, yo, just take out the element that makes it glow. It's a gimmick. Those don't last. Just, do what you got to do to take that element out, but still keep the product with the same potency so we can make it move, okay? We can make it move. You don't need to have all the glows and the kicks and the bells and whistles. You don't need a frame around it. You know what I'm saying? Just make it where it's so we can get a profit from the people on the street level, right? So they're breaking it down. That's why I like this episode, because they really getting scientific with it. And we seeing your boy Tommy really get into it. So Liliana goes outside. She's like, yo, did you get it yet? Did you learn it yet? And she's like, hello, can we talk? Can I get a cig or whatever? So Tommy goes into telling Liliana about how he was a corner boy. You saw that clip in the beginning. And they didn't take him serious and everything else like that. But he never changed and everybody else changed. And this is all that he wanted to do. And now he has his own thing. So Liliana's like, listen, you're running your own thing now. Don't push yourself too hard. Don't go too hard. If you do, you're going to mess things up. And you running it probably better than Ghost, right? So she's reassuring him that he's doing a good job. But he has to just take it easy. He can't push too hard or he's going to mess things up. They're not going to win. You know what I'm saying? So, sometimes you need that person to kind of be the voice of reason to help you kind of pace yourself. Even though you want it so bad, you still have to pace yourself. Don't rush it, because if you rush something like this, you can mess the whole thing up. So, everybody need a rider like Liliana, man. Liliana, she's definitely riding for Tommy, and she's loyal to Tommy, period, right? And that's a good thing. He never had anybody before. So now that he's on his own, he got Liliana rocking with him, right? So the girl Lauren comes out because it's time for her date, right? And he's seeing her wearing Liliana's clothes. He's like, yo, how y'all do that? And, you have to exchange clothes and it works and it looks good. He's like, because we magic, right? So he's like, okay, you ready to go on your date? Well, Liliana, you going with him? He gives her money and she's like, thanks, Dad. He's like, come on back soon. So now we see poor old Vic, man. Vic is depressed, boy. He is sad. He's drinking. He's looking at old pics of him and Glow. Man, I feel sorry for you, boy. Your father sent your girl away. That's what it is. He's texting her. She's not texting back. I honestly think, I think Walter made her disappear. I don't know. But yeah, here comes the girl that Claude was talking to him. She pulls out the phone. Lets Claude know that she sees him. So she's like, all right, go get him, go put it on him, right? So Claude knows what's going on. I don't know how she knows what's going on, but she knows that, Glow is not around. So she sends the girl to go and hook up with Vic. But not just hook up with Vic, but to hook up with Vic with the products, right? So now we see Jannard and his boys. They go to this other club, right? And they out there doing their thing. They got the young boy up in there, Marshall, right? And he's like, yo, where's D-Mac? And he's like, oh, I don't know. I've been paging him 1,000 times. He didn't answer back, right? So D-Mac's not around, but they all in the club. So is Blackston up in the club. So young man sees Shorty. He's like, man, you got an onion on you. And she's like, onion? She's like, yeah, because I'm looking at you and you looking so good, you make me cry, right? He got a little line there. And then Jannard comes over. He's like, don't listen to this young boy. I could take care of you. You a real woman and da-da-da-da. And she's like, yeah, you should listen to the young one because he got a better line than you, right? So now we on a date and we see Lauren and this young man. They out at the pier. It's looking real good. But guess who's there? The third wheel, Liliana's there. He's like, yeah, this is very nice. I'm glad you picked this place. And he's like, yeah, and who are you? So Lauren's like, yeah, she's, she's like, she's my cousin. She's my cousin. She just came from out of town. She just came to Chicago for the first time. She came from Miami, da-da-da-da. And, and your girl Liliana's like, yeah, I'm a third wheel. It's all good, da-da-da-da. Right, just smiling. Like, he's like, yeah, I guess they're like, welcome to Chicago. Like, he wasn't expecting her. And he's not too happy about it either. And your girl Liliana's like, oh, yeah, Lauren, you're lying. I'm not your third cousin. I'm your second cousin, right? So, I mean, we're seeing a lot of Liliana. She's doing her thing in this episode. Like, for real, the acting chops are definitely coming through, right? So, yeah, they're supposed to be having a good time on this date, but it is what it is. So now you got Marshall up in there with Blackston and Jannard, and he's trying to take a selfie for Instagram. Blackston takes the camera, like, what are you doing, man? Act like you know where you at. But then this young lady comes over looking directly at Jannard. Marshall's like, who the heck is that, right? So she comes over like, yeah, you got room? Jannard is like, of course. So Jannard sends the boys away to go to the bar. And yeah, the young lady, she's one of the Dahlia ladies, right? So she get the Dahlia, she puts it on her lips, and she's about to give Jannard some Dahlia, right? And yeah, she gives him a kiss. And this boy, he gets twisted right away. Got his lips glowing and all of that. Like, yeah, Jannard is feeling Dahlia. He's like, whoa. Like, you can see it in his eyes. He is gone. Like, what the heck is this? So now back at the barbershop, we see your girl Adrian, right? The new girl. Yeah, we can't really trust her, but she's talking and chit-chatting with Diamond, talking about her father used to bring her to the barbershops. She would listen to all the stories, and it was like his way of bonding with her. And she kind of reminiscing and all of that. And she definitely has an affinity for barbers, saying that, men lie and all this and that. And Diamond's like, yeah, true, we do, right? And she's really trying to get close to him. And you already know what's about to happen, right? But just know she is a reporter, so she is on duty right now. But she's doing some other stuff as well. So now we see Tommy and your boy JP. JP finally got out of grandma's house. So they on the town, and your boy JP's like, listen, I'm going to say it again. We can wash some money in my club. And he's like, yeah, just chill tonight. Just hang out. Just relax. You know what I'm saying? We're not doing business. Just chill. So your boy Tommy sees Vic over there with the girl, and she's about to go in on him. Remember, this is one of the Dahlia girls. So Tommy's looking. He's like, yeah, JP, just have a good time, man. Just chill, relax. And he sees her put the Dahlia on her lips. And yeah, she's about to go in. And she gives your boy Vic a kiss with the Dahlia. Right? And yeah, Vic needs it right now. So he immediately feels it. He's like, woof. He's like, whoa, what the heck just happened, right? So he's feeling it. She's laughing, looking at him, feeling that Dahlia. But guess who's not laughing? Your boy Tommy is mad as a mother, boy. He's like, mother. He is upset because, yeah, now Vic got a taste of it. And yeah, JP sees who he's looking at. And JP's like, yo, you working, man. What the heck, man? I thought we was out to have a drink and have a good time. You out here working. Tommy's like, nah, I'm not working. I'm just observing, man. But Tommy gets mad. He gets pissed off. And he, pays for the drinks. He's like, yo, try to have a good time, man. I got to get up out of here, right? So, yeah, Vic continues to kiss the Dahlia girl, the girl with the Dahlia. And, yeah, Tommy is pissed off. He is peed because, yeah, Vic was the target, and he knows, right? He knows because your girl, Liliana, told him that, yeah, she's doing some side deals. She's doing something on the side, right? So now we're back at the lab, and Liliana's talking to the scientists. Again, they're trying to figure this thing out. They haven't figured it out yet. And your girl Claude comes through, and she's like, oh, you haven't figured it out? And then she started asking questions. What happened to Tommy's old partner? And yeah, Liliana starts laughing like, yo, don't worry about it, man. You can trust Tommy, and Tommy knows what he's doing. Just trust him. So they're really trying to get this thing perfected, take out that element that makes it glow so they can make it a little bit cheaper to make, so they can sell it for a higher price. But nope, still doesn't work. Explodes in the lab. Yeah, it just goes up in smoke. Yeah, your girl Lauren is pissed. Oh, she's like, yo, they've been in there for hours already. They're going to have to keep trying. You know, they're going to have to keep trying. Now, back in the car, we got Jannard, and he is high as a kite, right? He is just really enjoying Dahlia and everything. But here comes your boy D-Mac, and he knocks Marshall over the head out of nowhere. He's like, yo, you posting stuff online, and you forgot about me and all this and that. And yeah, your boy Marshall pulls out the strap. So Blackston's like, yo, put the strap away, man. I'm telling you, young boy, put the strap away. We downtown. Put the strap away. He's like, yo, I hear you. I hear you. And then Marshall talks to D-Mac like, yo, as far as me and you, we're done. You know what I'm saying? Like, you soft. And D-Mac's like, what you mean I'm soft? He's like, yeah, you ain't make a hit on that jazz club and all this and that. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes down to the Gary, Indiana thing, that's my deal. You ain't going to be part of that and all this and that, right? And your boy Blackston is like, yo, I told you once again, put away the strap. Stop messing, stop being out here all open. So yeah, your boy Marshall and D-Mac, they are no longer boys. And I don't even think D-Mac want to be down with them no more. So Blackston tells D-Mac to go home, and Shorty from earlier rolls up, but she rolls up on Blackston, right? So Blackston's like, yeah, round 2, it's on me. I won. Round 1, Marshall won with the little line, but round 2, Blackston got the girl, right? So now your boy Jannard is with the Dahlia girl. I'm going to call him the Dahlia girl, right? And he's like, yo, where you get this from? Because I want to know where it comes from because I'm all in. I want to be part of all that. And she's like, I don't know where it came from, but I'll lead you in the right direction. So she gives him the valve. She wasn't supposed to, but she gives him the valve of Dahlia, okay? She wasn't supposed to do that. She was not supposed to do that. All right. So now we got Flynn's bodyguards who are watching your girl Claude. But of course, here comes Tommy. He's like, who are these dudes? I don't know these dudes. Boom, boom, boom. Tommy takes him out, okay? And of course, he's upset. He's like, yo, what are these dudes doing out here, right? They obviously followed Claude to the lab, and Claude didn't know. So now Tommy's pissed. He goes in there. He's like, yo, what are you doing? You trying to mess up everything by flexing? What are you doing? You know what I'm saying? And she's like, what are you talking about? It's like, yo, you got your Flynn bodyguards outside, checking on you and waiting on you. Like, what the heck is going on? Like, this is supposed to be a secret operation, and you doing stuff. And also, you had some girl target Vic up in the club. Like, what's going on with that? And she's like, man, I was just trying to send a message and all this and that. He's like, listen, you are tripping right now. Like, you a grenade about to go off. Like, stop doing things solo and stop, doing things without telling us what you're trying to do because you messing things up. Yeah. And look at her. She's guilty. Look at her face. Guilty. It's like, yeah, you trying to do side things? Yeah. Liliana already told me. You talked to some girl, put some girl on Vic. Like, what are you trying to do? This is not good for business. And she's like, I was just sending a message, da-da-da-da-da. She just messing up. She don't know what she's doing. Claude does not know what she's doing and she's making moves. And he's like, yo, listen, man, if I got to second guess you, all this is going to be shut down, period. Like, he really screams on a hardcore because, yeah, she should be making moves without telling him what's going on. So she rolls over to him. She's like, wait, Tommy, you're right. I'm sorry. It won't happen again. She realizes that she messed up. So she's like, what happened to the guys? He's like, yo, they in the car, and now we got to go to the field with the shovels as usual, right? So now Tommy helped her out, and now she got to do that and bury the bodies as well, right? Your girl Liliana's like, I told you couldn't trust her, man. I told you. And, Tommy's like, yeah, I know, but we still kind of need her right now, so we'll just keep her around for right now, okay? We'll keep her around for right now. So now, Adrian, the reporter. She's talking to her lead reporter, and she's like, did you get anything? because, you know, we really trying to get Diamond, you know, the rise and fall of a, you know, a kingpin, and then he's going to come back up to put himself back in jail. And she's like, nah, I thought this was about, you know, the something else. And she's like, nah, you need to do this story on Diamond, and we definitely need to get the story on him. Can you do it, or do I have to put somebody else on it? And she really wants this story, but at the same time, she cares about Diamond. She's falling in love with Diamond, but she is going to have to do her job. Man, I hope she doesn't get killed. We just saw her, man. Like, she just came to the show. I hope you don't get taken out, Adrian, for real. So now we got your girl Liliana back at the lab. And yeah, let me tell you something. She's talking to Tommy, and she's like, what if she doesn't crack this thing? And Tommy's like, yo, she can do it. And then she's like, yo, listen, she knows too much. You know what I'm saying? Meaning, like, if she don't crack it, we going to have to take her out. But Tommy's like, nah, she's going to do it. She's going to do it. So here comes Denard in the barbershop. Oh, man, he's ranting and raving. He's like, yo, D, I got this new Dahlia. Man, this thing gets you right, boy, for hours. I'm doing stuff for hours with this lady. You know, this is crazy. It's the cleanest stuff I ever had. He's talking about the designer product. He's like, man, whoever has this is going to rule the world, going to rule the city and everything else like that. And Diamond's like, really? It's like that, B? It's really like that? He's like, yeah, man, I'm telling you, man. Like, we got to find out where this came from. We got to find out who's rocking it, who's making it. If we get this, we going to go platinum. So, yeah, now look at your boy Diamond. He looking at that Dahlia. He's like, man, shoot, this seems serious. Now look at poor Vic, boy. Yeah, he had the girl yesterday, but he's still sad over Glow. I would be too, man. I mean, you know, she got Sade vibes. And your boy Walter's like, listen, you'll get over it, man. I really think that he's behind her disappearance, seriously. But Vic is like, yo, every time, you know, when it came down to Glow, I always picked you for what? To, like, be, you know, like the point man, you know, once you're gone. He's like, yo, this is for your legacy. He's like, nah, man. You know, I always chose the legacy over, you know, what I want. And yeah, you pretty much have driven the girl of my dreams away from me, man. So yeah, Walter should feel bad, you know, because he's supposed to be doing stuff for his son, and he's making his son unhappy. Now at the diner, we see your boy Diamond. He must have called Tommy, and he sits down with Tommy, and he's like, yo, listen, word on the street is that the Serbs are after Walter, but listen, what is this? Do you know about this? And your boy Tommy's acting real coy and dumb, like he don't know what that is. He's like, yo, what's this, man? He's like, yo, that's that Dahlia right there, man. That's supposed to be the hottest thing on the street right now. So he's like, yeah, I heard a little bit about it. Yo, why is Tommy acting like he don't know that he's the manufacturer of this, right? But he doesn't want to give it away. He wants to keep it on the low. He don't want Diamond to be a part of it at all. He wants to keep all of that for himself. No 33 and third percentage. So he's like, yo, I didn't think, you know, I thought you would stick with the old school products, right? You want to deal with this new designer stuff? He's like, man, I didn't want to mess with it. Diamond's like, I didn't want to mess with it. But now that I'm looking at it, I may want to get into it, man. He's like, yo, man, I thought it was just like powder, you know, this, that, and repeat, man. He's like, nah, this seems to be, you know, something. Diamond's like, yo, this seems to be something different. There's something different about this right here. From what I'm understanding, of course, he didn't try it. He didn't do it because he's still on probation, right? If they find it in his bloodstream, he's going back. He's like, yo, this right here can change the world. That's what he said to Tommy. So Tommy looks over his shoulder, looks back at him as he's walking out. He's like, he's talking the truth. He's telling the truth. So now we must be in Gary, Indiana, because now we see Jannard, Blackston, Marshall, and cousin Buddy, who is played by your boy Gibbs, right? Freddie Gibbs, all right? Yeah, now he got a glass eye because he's a veteran, and he's playing the character. So they're like, yo, what's going on? What you got? He's like, yeah, you know, this is going to be something big. I'm coming to you with an opportunity. You know, he's like, listen, man, we do wait. If you ain't bringing that, if you bringing some BS, then, you know, you got to go, right? You got to go. So Your boy Jadar, he's like, listen, can you see the future? And he's like, yo, I'm talking to your good eye, right? And Marshall's like, yo, chill, he's a veteran, da-da-da-da. He's like, listen, I'm going to do this one time. He said, listen, you got something huge that's coming in Chicago. We're going to bring it here. It's not about CBI. It's about me. So he brings Cousin Buddy the bag and, bag away the stuff. He's like, yo, next time I come out here, we don't got to do this back and forth. We good? Are we good? Right? So they're looking at each other. And, your boy's like, okay, well, I think we good. You got your bag. You got this. What we going to do? And Cousin Buddy's like, all right, well, welcome to Indiana, man. Welcome to Indiana. Because he gave him a purchase to kind of be on some yo, this is just let's start some business together. So now Tommy goes back to the lab and he's like, come on, did y'all crack it? Did you do it? And now we got the ladies, they standing there and Lauren, she's holding the key to the city, right? And he's like, you cracked it, you did? And Tommy comes over like he about to cry. This is the first time we ever see Tommy like this, right? He's about to cry from happiness, not from sadness. And he grabs it like, you the mad scientist. I can't believe you did it. So they're so happy. He's happy. He's like, you did it, man. You really, really did it. And because of all of that, because you cracked it and she's breaking it down and everything else like that, he's like, listen, man, get the trucks ready. If you did it, get the trucks ready because we about to take this to the next level. So he's putting little samples out so they could try to design a product, right? Because they want to try it to make sure it's good. And he's like, listen, if this thing is good, it feels good, and if it definitely still has that potency, that power, then you can go home, right? And all of them are smiling because they believe that, yes, she did it, that Lauren, the scientist, actually made it happen. So she's about to walk away. She's like, yeah, I'm going to come back tomorrow. We're going to keep this thing going. He's like, you can go home, but aren't you a little bit curious as to what you created? And I didn't think she was going to do it. But she turns around and says, yeah, I am curious, right? So they get the little stuff out so they could try to design a product themselves, the new designer, the new Dahlia, and they try it, right? They try this new product. All of them try it, right? They looking at each other. They looking and waiting. They're waiting for it to hit. Is it going to hit? What's going to happen? Liliana takes it. Claude takes it. Man, she looked like, what's going on with that face? And of course, boom, hits Tommy like a ton of bricks, boy. Hits him real fast. And they're like, oh, yeah. And they all like, oh, yeah, look at their faces. They're like, man, yeah, it hits just like the original, right? So now they got the new light version. Liliana, she's smiling. They all smiling. They all feeling it. Yes. They did their thing. Your boy Tommy starts laughing like an evil scientist in the lab, boy. He's like, right? So they all start laughing because they're feeling it. Has the same potency. Again, it just doesn't have that glow feature to it, but it's now cheaper to make. And at the same time, now they can, have it for the low, sell it for a little bit higher, but have it for the street level. So they are happy because they're feeling it. It's working. This is the new product. And yes, they are about to be in the money. Boy, this episode was crazy, but I loved it. I loved it. We're getting closer and closer to your boy JP meeting D-Mac, and I can't wait for that to happen. But yes, the new Dahlia's on the street. Everybody's finding out about it. And yeah, this episode to me was definitely a solid episode. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed definitely Liliana, man. I mean, she did her thing for real. She was in a lot of different scenes. But family, tell me what your thoughts are. Tell me what you think. I think it was a great episode. Give me your thoughts and theories, and let's continue to keep this thing going. So you know what it is. It's your man, VACAY-J. Until next time, salute.